Yo, this shit kinda sound like an intro to a movie. Know what I'm saying? So I'ma gon' roll the credits. Written by he, starring Hezeleo. You know what it is. Trill gang, let's go. I stay Cadillac turning, it's an art to this shit. You mugging in your Kia, what you know about this? Blinded by the diamonds, how they glitz off the wrist. Some boys dying and some boys pissed. Bar none and fade off, that's how I play it. It is what it is, my that's how I say it. From the depths of the gutter, I came up slicing butter on the cuts with them hubbers. Me and my other two brothers, OG, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Want my shoes, but I can get his toe a tag, or I can get his ass a reef and his face on a tee. Greedy anyway, I can use a little beef. Don't get it twisted, cause I'm flowing, stacking bread. Bustin' raps, I'll bust a head. An untamed beast, not an industry. Trill on my tee is still heel figure. Sipping wine, flipping in my slab out the veal. Coasting slow motion, wood grain wheel. Bread on my mind, I'm trying to get a meal. Money in the streets, so I ain't worried about a deal. Sipping wine, flipping in my slab out the veal. Coasting slow motion, wood grain wheel. Some boys fraud and some boys real, but I thank God that I'm so trill. I don't like to dream about getting paid, so I don't f around with that minimum wage. $10,000 been past that stage. Labels ain't shooting the dime my way, so I'm I-10 swinging. You know he on a mission, cooler than a fan, colder than the air condition. Gas prices low, so the car miles high. Easy turn fraud, I might as well die. But I'm too busy living, snapping shots of these women, helping my make stove, along with business to the prison. Now that's thug motivation, now this the situation. Some boys anxious and some boys patient. Patiently waiting in them sales. When my touchdown, we gon' do it like players. All by the judge, whips on them dubs. Girls showing love when we fall up in the club. Sipping wine, flipping in my slab out the veal. Coasting slow motion, wood grain wheel. Bread on my mind, I'm trying to get a meal. Money in the streets, so I ain't worried about a deal. Sipping wine, flipping in my slab out the veal. Coasting slow motion, wood grain wheel. Some boys fraud and some boys real, but I thank God that I'm so trill. Money in the streets, it takes a G to see that. See, think I'm on cause I flow in Rick tracks. On in my eyes is living stress free. 10 mil in the bank and a dime next to me. My folk all straight, if you need me just call. Love the ball, but I drop it off for y'all. Ain't no Hollywood that can't stand the fans. I be up in the hood hugging ladies, shaking hands. And Texas is my home and I roam how I want. Tonight I'm up in Dallas in the Moan, San Antonio. The preserver of the trill, put the hood on his back. State to state, slanging raps like I used to push packs. It feels good, gripping wood, swinging in and out of town. I see you but can't hear you. This is how I hate a sound. The bang in the trunk, that's the only thing shaky. The paint is flip-flop, that's the only thing flaky. Sipping wine, flipping in my slab out the veal. Coasting slow motion, wood grain wheel. Bread on my mind, I'm trying to get a meal. Money in the streets, so I ain't worried about a deal. Sipping wine, flipping in my slab out the veal. Coasting slow motion, wood grain wheel. Some boys fraud and some boys real, but I thank God that I'm so trill.
So trill. So trill. So trill. So trill. So trill.
You niggas know who the dope is. I know y'all can hear me now. I bet you was about to say, I can't hear you, my nigga. I can't hear you, my nigga. But I bet you can hear me now. Somebody let me know if they can hear me, man. Let me see who that is. DJ Overtime said that's a nice track. Man, I love that record, man. I love that record, my nigga. Yeah, Overtime say you can hear me. Yeah, man, I love that record. Matter of fact, it took me like, it's sad too, because it took me probably like 5 or 6 studio sessions to get that record to where I got it right now. And to be honest with you, just being a real nigga, it still ain't 100% the way I wanted it. Shout out to the homie No Key Swaze. My nigga was real patient with me, man. I didn't have my main engineer. I lost my main engineer. The nigga didn't die, nothing. The nigga just really stopped fucking with me, you know. And I had to move around. And I was going to all kind of studios, dog. I went to one studio one day. I walked in. Matter of fact, this shit happened twice. I went to a studio and I walked in and I thought it was the location where I booked my time at. And I was at this place for like 30 minutes. The engineer was just, you know what I'm saying, cheesing like a motherfucker. And I'm like, my nigga, you ready for the track? I'm like, my nigga, you ready for the track? He like, what are you talking about? I say, dog, I booked 2 hours. He like, you didn't book 2 hours with me. Who the fuck are you? I'm like, nigga, I'm Hezeleo from UGK Records, man. And nigga like, you didn't book no time with me, dog. And nigga say, but glad to meet you, man. What's going on? Boom, boom. I say, if I ain't booked no time with you, who the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? That I've been, communicating with. He like, what's their name? What's the name of the studio? And I told him, he say, nah, man, that's the dudes down the hall and shit. I say, damn, I have been sitting in that bitch for damn near 30, 40 minutes. So another time I was at the Right Studio and I was doing 2, 3 records and shit. And I had this one record I was doing that I was waiting on this damn solo singer to come through and drop the hook on the record. It's a cold record. It's called Picture. I ain't dropped it yet. That bitch cold, my nigga. It's like, I can picture me and you. Oh, yes, I can. I can picture me with you. Oh, yes, I can. I can picture me and you. Oh, yes, I can. It's a throw record, man, dedicated to females, you know what I mean? And so everything fell in place. And all of a sudden, the dude knocked on the door. We let him in the studio. He came in and sat down and shit. He like, what's up, man? I'm the R&B singer. I'm like, oh, okay, damn. Let me get the track up. Like, man, you good? He like, yeah, I'm good. This and that, this and that. We do what we do. He like, what's the hook? I sing the hook for the nigga. I can picture me with you. Oh, yes, I can. You know what I mean? I sing the hook for the nigga. I write the hook out. He like, yeah, that's simple. He like, give me a second. He rehearsed the shit for a minute. Then he go in the booth and drop the motherfucker. He go in the booth and drop that bitch, right? I'm like, yeah, that's heat, my nigga. That's heat. Then that nigga sat down. That nigga say, man, what's your name, my nigga? I say, nigga, I'm Hezeleo. That nigga say, damn. He say, what's the engineer name? My nigga like, I'm such and such, such and such. And nigga say, man, can I tell y'all something? I'm like, what's up? And nigga say, I don't think I'm in the right studio. And nigga said, I'm supposed to be going to work with somebody named such and such, such and such. My nigga like, dog, them people 2 doors down. I'm like, man, what the fuck? He like, man, you could keep that hook on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. I don't even remember the nigga name. All I know it was a tall, dark-skinned nigga. He come through, young nigga, you know what I'm saying? He come through and laced that bitch. I still got it. Nigga, I'm gonna put that bitch out one day, you know what I mean? But I don't know. But yeah, man, with that record So Trill, I went to about 5 or 6 different studio sessions and nobody got that whole right. The crazy thing about it, each time they would have it playing through their monitors, it would be like, man, that ain't what I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying? But I normally take about 2 hours and drop by 1 or 2 songs or something. And I'm like, I don't think that's it. They like take it and listen to it and go from there. So I take it, put it in the car, I put it in some other shit, and I'm like, that ain't the sonic shit that I'm looking for. So it's no need for me to go back to that same studio and try to get, something different, because that's what that engineer ears was hearing. He felt that it was magnifique. He felt that it was done, you know what I'm saying? And so that happened probably like 6 different times. And the crazy thing about it, my nigga went through the extreme to send the track tracked out, but it seemed like every time they uploaded it into the program, they couldn't line that bitch up to where all the instruments hit the way it's supposed to hit once he sent the 2-track. So I love the record still, but did it come out the way I thought it would come out? Nah, it didn't. You know what I mean? But it's still a bad motherfucker. Let me see. Yeah, testing it in the car. Yeah, I always tested in the car. I used to have a dope ass system in one of my Cadillacs. Matter of fact, the crazy thing about it, I sold the car, kept the in-dash TV monitor, whatever, and kept the damn amp, the speaker box, the speakers. I kept all that shit. I don't know. I thought I was gonna probably get another old school DeVille, because I like them. I got a new XTS or whatever, but I like them old school DeVilles. Not old school, but like 2001 model, 2002. I still like that body style, and they pretty huge and shit. But I'm not finna put no damn stereo system in that new Cadillac. You know what I mean? It got a good enough Bose system in it right now. And when you're trying to see if some shit got some bottom in it, some highs, some mids, that's a damn good system to check it on. But in a Nissan, it got a damn good system. The Ford, the system good in that. The Chevy SUV system trash. The Chevy truck system trash. The Freightliner system trash. You know what I mean? So I'm either listening on my little cheap ass earbuds for the iPhone. Like I got the AirPods, but I don't even like the way they sound. Like I don't even use them hoes and shit. I like the ones with the card on it. A lot of people see that shit and think, oh, this nigga here cheap. Nigga, I be paying $200-300 for AirPods, and I don't even like the sound on them hoes. It's like I'm fiending to hear more when I got these expensive ass wireless AirPods in and shit. But when I got the ones with the card on, them bitches loud than a bitch. Like I'm good with that. So I listen to music through that. I got a couple of little monitors. I got some studio monitors that sometime I listen to it. But lately when I leave the studio, the engineer pretty seasoned. And if I, you know, take the record, go in the car right quick, listen to it for a minute, then go back in the studio, I could tell him like, nah, we need to change this and that, this and that. So that's why a lot of the records I've been putting out lately, they've been coming out, you know what I'm saying, pretty dope, because I've been able to spend time on them and do what I do with them. Big Zay Sanchez in the building, Dev's Head in the building. Salute to Dev's Head, man. Going down. Dev's Head, do me a favor, man. Do me a favor, Dev's Head. Put your cash out in the chat right quick. Put your cash app in the chat. James Wilson, what it is. Put your cash app in the chat, man. Let me get you a 40 ounce in a Swisser. You know what I mean? Let me get you a 40 ounce in a Swisser. But yeah, man, say this is what we doing tonight. I was scrolling trying to find me some entertainment. I like to watch at least one movie a day or something, you know what I mean? I don't like to sit around and watch too much movies and shit like that. I like to be creative. I'm waiting on chapters 9 through 16 on the book so I can get in there and do what I do with that. Yeah, Dev Head, I want you to go get you a little something, my nigga. Ain't much of nothing, just a little something, something, something. No, I'm talking about. But yeah, let me see how this go. Whoop, whoop, wop, wop. Y'all hold up 1 second. Let me see. $. How that go? $. C-O-R Kamika. Yeah, I got you right there. Yeah, man, salute to you. Always showing me love and shit. That's a little something. Go put that on a whatever. You know what I mean? Do whatever. But I appreciate the love you show, even when the camera's off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know it, but Dev's Head be taking records, making sure they getting ears on them and shit. And I appreciate that shit, man. So yeah. But yeah, man, I was looking for a little entertainment and whatnot. And me and the old lady sitting back watching TV, and I doze off. When I doze off, she's shaking, nigga. Hey. I'm like, what the, you know what I'm saying? That should be startling me. Like when I doze off just for the first time, man, I don't like nobody to, you know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with me, man. You know what I mean? You make me nervous. You know what I mean? If you wake me up, wake me up, wake me up nicely. Shake me, hey. Then I can come back to, aware. But if I done went down under, I don't know where I'm at. Then you shake me and shit, I wake up, I don't know, I might wake up frantic. But yeah, so she wake me and she like look at the screen. And I look up at the TV and I think I'm dreaming because I see the title of my book, motherfucker, Down with the King. You know what I mean? I'm like, are you my dad? Nah. Am I alive? Nah. I'm looking, I say, okay, boom, big Down with the King. What's this? And so I'm looking, and it's a movie with Freddie Gibbs. She like, damn, I knew that had something to do with your title of your book. She said, which one you think came first? I say, shit, I been wrote my motherfucking book. You know what I mean? The movie came out, I think, in 2021. I've been wrote the book. You know what I mean? The book time stamped and everything. Like I tell you the date when I wrote that bitch, and now I finished it probably like that's crazy. It's if Jesus Trevino was in there, he probably could help and tell me. But I finished the bitch probably like either last year or beyond. I don't even remember. But I went through it. Me and Jesus did a hell of an edit on that bitch. Then we shot it to these other editors and whatnot. But now it's at the last editor. And don't get me wrong, she a good sister. You know what I'm saying? She on top of her business. But I don't know, man. Something is taking her a while. And I'm trying to hang in there with her so we can finish. You know what I'm talking about? Because we're at the last stages. We at the last stages before we still gotta illustrate and put the pictures in there. But hopefully that ain't no long ass process. I'm gonna ask her, can I start trying to simultaneously get the pictures ready to, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. But we're at the last stages. So hopefully that shit'll be wrapped up and I can put that shit out this year because I'm ready to go. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, that shit was taking a while. But right now, I'm looking at the title of his movie and the title of my book, and I know 100% that my book title came before his movie. Now I seen him on the ground doing some acting and whatnot, but I ain't know what it was for because I'm not a huge fan of the G. My son is. Like my son turned me on to Freddie Gibbs. I knew of Freddie Gibbs because he was arguing with Jeezy because he had got down with Jeezy, and I think things wasn't moving fast enough with him over there at Jeezy camp. So he broke camp and he stood on Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? He talked down on him and yeah, nigga, boom, 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 which was a good tactic because what it did was it put a lot more eyes on him. I'm not saying he used that type of shit to propel himself in his artistry because he already had a base, but he did get a more solidified base when he got down with the whole, Jeezy and this camp and whatnot. But when he broke away from Jeezy, he used Jeezy and you know what I'm saying, shitted on them and let them know, yeah, bitch ass nigga, you ain't want to put a real nigga out, nigga, you know, boom, boom, boom. And so you know what that do, that make the fans go, hey, what Jeezy got to say? Hey, what Freddy got to say? And before you knew it, Freddy done prepared himself on the same level with a mainstream big ass artist. So salute to him. He jamming like a motherfucker anyway. Quality over quantity, man. Yeah, that's what Mama West and Pimp used to say all the time. I ain't gonna lie, I needed them to say that. Let me see. His project with Mad Lib is what I heard first. Mad Lib, I remember that name. That's like an old school name, Mad Lib. But yeah. He got like a Tupac type flow, but he do his own thing. He hard. I fuck with him. I like him and shit. Uh, my son though, my son turned me on to a bunch of different niggas. My son turned me on to nigga out of LA name that nigga name. I forgot Larry something. Larry. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Nigga named Larry June, I think. Yeah. My son was listening to Larry June. My son was listening to Freddie Gibbs. He was listening to some of them Detroit niggas, you know what I mean? He the one turned me on to 21 Savage. Back in the day, the nigga turned me on to Soldier Boy. Now this way back in the day, all right? This way back in the day. This when my kids was kids. My kids was running around the house to my, you a doo-doo head. But they was jamming with it. You a doo-doo head. I said, man, y'all stop saying that shit. Fuck wrong with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter like, that's a song. I said, that's a song. And so my little boy, he walk up to me. You ain't never heard of Soldier Boy? I say, what? He start, Soldier Boy. I said, man, what the fuck is you talking about? Then I went and looked that shit up and I seen this little skinny ass kid with these dumb ass glasses on, nightgowns on and shit, hats turned to the side. And I looked at the views and all the goddamn fact. I say, boy, this nigga here is on his motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? And he became what he became. You know what I'm saying? Big Soldier Boy, tell him, crank that. I met that nigga. I met him one time. I met him one time in Dallas, Texas. Matter of fact, I was at the Yums. They was shooting a commercial for Yums. I think they was doing like the yellow and red theme on the shoes. And we was at this production studio. Shout out to Tex. Shout out to Tex from Yums and RIP to the homie, man. Matter of fact, that day I met this investor, the guy who owned the movie studio and shit. But that's another story. He wound up dying and whatnot, but he was backing this whole commercial at his movie production house, and Soldier Boy was there. They had drink platters laid out, food platters, people walking around serving drinks, and I'm in that bitch. Matter of fact, I was shooting a video outside, nigga. I'm outside on the low shooting a motherfucking video. You know what I'm talking about? I'm catching different scenes and whatnot, having a good time around that bitch. And Soldier Boy was running around and shit, and they introduced me to him. And I shook his hand and whatnot. He was real hyper and shit. And it was a cool experience. But yeah, I wound up, the homie that was there who owned it, he wound up telling me to come back for another meeting. And he wanted to look into what I was doing because my homie Tex, who owned Yums, the shoe company, he helped design and everything. You know what I'm saying? He introduced me to the dude. Dude name was Ed. And the way the dude walked up to me and introduced himself, it almost offended me. He say, that nigga had one of them Crocodile Dundee leather coats on. And nigga say, hey, what's up, man? I'm Ed the Cracker that love rappers. I say, what? And nigga say, I'm Ed the Cracker that love rappers. I say, man, what the fuck is you talking about? And then my partner was like, nah, he's chill. This nigga here genuine in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fool with this nigga because you cool with this nigga. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, all right, I toned it down and come to find out, man, Dude was good as gold, man. Dude, the type of nigga that just meet you and want to try to look out for you because he was on like that. Not only was he a production studio owner, but he also was an attorney and some other shit. He just he had his hands in a lot of shit. But he wind up, we was fixing to do this deal and whatnot, and he wind up going on a vacation. I think like in some Asian area. I think it was like China somewhere. Don't get me wrong. But he told me he also was gonna be doing some mountain climbing and rock climbing and shit like that. And on his way back, look what's crazy, man. This how crazy shit is. Before he left, we entered into a partnership and an agreement. He called his attorney, lady named Jeannie. Hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. Boom, boom, boom. Me and him had sat there and laid it all out. And he was like, man, I'm gonna help you fund this whole Trio Gear thing. He said, once you come up off the Trio Gear thing, I don't understand the music as clear as it is you do, but you go ahead and do what you do, you know what I'm saying, off your wealth from the clothing. And if you want to cut me in later, my ears will be open. Nigga, I almost cried. Nigga, I was like, wow, this shit is really happening. Like, yeah, I know a lot of y'all don't know that shit, but yeah, nigga, I had been connected with what I need, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga was on like Donkey Kong. This wasn't no nigga who talking who couldn't walk the walk. This was a nigga who had it, you know what I'm saying? And so he called his attorney and got the ball, got the everything rolling and shit. She started doing the paperwork on the trademark. She started doing the paperwork on everything right then and there. And the nigga was like the percentage he wanted. It wasn't no fucking big deal at all. It was like, it would be my pleasure to do this deal. And so we shook hands, drank, ate, whatever he reintroduced me to everybody. Hey man, this is my partner. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do this. What is called again? Trill. That's how crazy he was. Hey Zay, man, that's dope right there, man. I appreciate that big soup, Zay. Zay Sanchez in the building, man. Let me put my popcorn on for this Trill story. For real. So yeah, man, he come through. He like, we gonna do the whole Trill thing. Boom, boom, boom. He said, I got a concert coming up. It was in an Asian area, I think China somewhere. It was gonna be Soldier Boy, Beyonce, and somebody. He said in the whole arena, nigga, we gonna have Trio Gear banners everywhere. Like he was ready to go stupid with the shit. He was ready to go completely. The shit I was doing, that nigga was ready to take the shit I was doing and blow that bitch through the rocket. That nigga was finna put some marketing dollars in that shit. That nigga was finna get the man. That nigga was finna do all that shit, plus put some motherfucking bread in my pocket so I can keep moving. Cause he seen my hustle. I told him what I was doing. Told him I'm coming out the trunk. This what it is. People verifying it and shit. That nigga like, man, I love that story, man. And so he said, when I get back, we're gonna get shit popping. And that nigga left. And when he left, a couple weeks passed, I hadn't heard nothing, you know what I'm saying? And about that third week, nigga, I got a call from the homie. I'm like, what's up, man? He say, you heard about Ed? I'm like, nah, what you mean? He say, man, Ed died on that trip. He had a heart attack. I said, damn, God damn. God bless his soul, you know what I'm saying? And when I got in touch with the attorney, she said everything has to completely stop because his estate has put a hold on all the business that he was doing, about to do, and everything. So for a long ass time, my trademark was just hung up. I couldn't do a damn thing with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, RIP to the homie. He was finna, you know what I'm saying, help a nigga kick that field goal that I had been working so goddamn hard to do. But yeah, man, so we sitting up there and we see this damn movie, Down with the Kingz, back to Freddy Gibbs and Down with the Kingz and Hezeleo. What do those two things have in common? Well, I'm going to tell you, my motherfucking book I revealed to y'all just recently, the title was Down with the Kingz, and I ain't changing the title because this nigga put out a movie, or he in the movie called Down with the King, and I'm thinking, okay, boom, let's go ahead and watch it. But while we watching it, it has something to do with a rapper, but it has something to do with a rapper who kind of in between no longer want to do the rap shit. He kind of want to get away from the world and do whatever, boom, boom, boom. But he take it upon himself to go over to like a farm and just kind of, you know what I'm saying, be off the grid. I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole movie unless y'all might want to go watch it. But I'm gonna tell you a couple things. In the movie, he meet this white lady, you know what I mean? She ain't got no lips, you know what I mean? She ain't got no top lip, she ain't got no bottom lip. She ain't fine. She kind of cute. I ain't gonna bullshit you. She kind of cute. I'll fuck up on her. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I'll sneak up on her and fuck up on her. But yeah, she ain't got no motherfucking lip. And she playing this role like she kind of spacey. She kind of just detached and whatnot. And she revealed that she used to be an addict and shit. I said, okay, boom. I kind of peeped that out. Also, early in the movie, I peeped it out that he was gonna wind up knocking her down because of a couple of scenes where they were locking eyes. And I'm like, hey, I could pretty much see he gonna get some of this here Kagogi, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so throughout the movie, man, he out somewhere off the grid in the woods on the farm, fucking around and shit. He really just want to get away from the rap shit. And it's a cool movie. Um, I would recommend it because he a young black brother. Well, he about my age, you know what I'm talking about? Nigga about my age, he a trio nigga out there doing his thing. So I would recommend it. It's on all streaming platforms. And I think we seen it on Prime, Amazon Prime or whatever. And it ain't no low budget film. Now, when it first come on, it might look like a low budget film, but certain details about the movie let me know that it wasn't no low budget film. So y'all want to go check that out. But as I went through the movie, it has nothing to do with what I'm putting my book out about. My book, y'all know what it's hitting on. I'm putting out a book that's called Down with the Kings. It ain't no motherfucking secret. We talking about UG motherfucking K. Matter of fact, I'm an underground king, my goddamn self. I'm one of them trio PA kings, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm putting that out, and that book is depicting. I'm talking about a memorabilia, a memoir, a memorial, everything from the beginning all the way up until present day. I think y'all gonna really enjoy it because I took my time with it. I ain't just put together no slop. And on the editing process, that too, you know what I'm saying? We taking way too much time on it, but we taking our time and we getting that bitch right. When that bitch go to press, you know what I'm saying? When that bitch come back, this book should be able to sell for the rest of my life and hey, the rest of my children's life. And it's gonna be one of many God spare life. I'm not trying to write just one book and go fuck off and bullshit. Nigga, I got fucking movies in my head, movies on script, and I'm thinking of putting some of that shit in the book. And just a couple of other things going down that's gonna go into the whole manuscript, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I wanted to tap in with y'all and let y'all know. Yeah, it's two titles, Down with the Kings, the movie with Freddie Gibbs, and Down with the Kings, motherfucking book from Hezeleo, the memoir. That bitch coming soon, you know what I'm saying? I hate to even be saying that because I sound like them niggas who ain't never putting a record out. I remember I met this little young nigga one day. Nigga was seeing us out selling CDs and whatnot. And the nigga got out the car with his mama halfway down the street. He run up on me like, what y'all selling? I show him. He like, nigga, I'm such and such, nigga. I'm such and such. I'm like, yeah, I feel you, my nigga. He like, nigga, my record coming soon. Nigga, my record coming soon. And that nigga mama start pulling up. She like, about to burn off and leave his ass. She said, boy, if you don't come get your goddamn ass in this car, that nigga turned around, damn near about to run and fall, steady looking at me to my album coming soon, my album coming soon. And the nigga hopped in his car with his mama, and mama burnt off. I say, hey, that's one of them wannabes that ain't never gonna be. We actually got that shit on film because we was out there in Beaumont, me and that nigga Bub at this goddamn convenience store called Fuzzy's out there selling CD. You know what I mean? Say, man, that nigga Fuzzy, man, shout out to the Pakistan nigga named Fuzzy. He was out there in motherfucking Beaumont, man. That nigga let me and Bub post up at the store at the joint. There used to be the chicken joint where they used to cook food at. Posted up selling motherfucking CDs like we got some damn food back there. Hungry motherfuckers coming back there to my man, let me get a number. Nigga, get these motherfucking CDs. And nigga, we were back there slanging like a motherfucker, man. Shout out to Bub and Mr. 3, man, for facilitating, bringing the nigga through Beaumont to really get his motherfucking work off. And everybody in Orange, the whole Golden Triangle, PA. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we feel like the support is next to none, but I can't really say that. I truly can't say that about Port Arthur because I physically sold product in PA for many years and thousands of product. You know what I mean? And like most underground artists back then, you had to put so much money into promotion before you even sold one CD. Like I remember I had them passed out snippet CDs. I passed out one CD that actually had damn near 10 songs on it. You know what I mean? Like I gave it away. And once I gave away about, listen, I gave away about 4,500 copies of this CD from Kappa Beach parties to just hand to hand wherever I seen somebody. But here's the killer about this. The print shop that was making my CDs, they was charging me $1 per CD. So that's $4,500 of promo just on that, which I had posters, flyers, business cards, T-shirts. I had everything, and I'm giving this shit away. Promotion, but any business that continues to give away their product is also giving away their investment and their profit. So eventually, that business will have to close down. So I remember it was a Kappa Beach party, and everybody probably was thinking, "Oh, we're gonna go give," and I'm like, "Nah, we can't do that this time. I spent a lot of money on this trip. We got to start recouping some of this shit." And ever since that day, nigga, my shit was for sale. Ever since that day, yeah, I something, but nah, I didn't. And I used to keep my folders and everything with all my expenses. So when I would go meet with upstart companies, promoters, managers, or smaller labels, or just anybody interested in seeing the thing propel to the next level, the next level, and I would be telling them about the leg work and the track work and the history of what I've done. That's why I feel the way I feel about myself. A lot of those people would be like, "Damn, nigga, you really putting it down." You know what I'm saying? On some solo dolo type shit. You know what I mean? But we need you to get more sales and record stores. Like back then it was Hastings, it was what was it? It was Hastings and some other stuff, but they used to take consignment, and I hated that shit because you didn't get no type of situation where they're gonna help promote your shit. Your shit just gonna be on the shelf in Hastings and whatnot, and in these different cities. It's hard for an underground nigga with no budget to be trying to go to these different cities and tell people, "Hey, my shit in Hastings, if they don't pick it up out the streets, hey man, you can go to Hastings and get it." That shit will work sometime, but most of the time, you know what I mean, it just do better. I go out there and pop the trunk and sell my damn self, and then let a motherfucker know when I leave, "Hey man, if you ain't get it from me, you can get it from them." You know what I'm talking about? But most of the time, out the trunk was the most, like Mama West used to say, advantageous thing, because you know what I'm saying, is either they saying yes right now and it's going down, or no, and hey man, you move around. But sitting it on the shelf and them calling you, "Hey, we ran out, give me 10 more," that was kind of like a headache. And then I talked to my nigga Wicked Cricket. He told me to move around, wrap a truck, and go get it popping. You know what I'm saying? In the worst way like that, and then some do some of the consignment until you get hot enough to where they want to buy up front. But yeah, man. So now the Freddie Gibbs Down with the King movie ain't got a damn thing to do with the Down with the King book, and I will be keeping my title. It just happened to be Great Minds Thinking Alike, man. So what y'all on, man? Let me look in this chat and see what y'all on. I see my nigga Zay off in here. Yeah, them Kappa Beach parties was the motherfucking shit. But one thing I think about when I think about a Kappa Beach party is I'm glad that shit over. I'm glad that shit over because for the simple fact these days, how crazy niggas used to be, fucking with them women, man. Niggas used to be groping and shit out them women like it was a fucking party, man. Think about it. These days with all the sexual harassment and the Me Too movements and all that, boy, I think the motherfucking Kappa Beach party would be a whole trap for niggas catching motherfucking sexual assault cases and everything you can name, you know what I mean? Because when you look at them older videos of how that shit used to go down, nigga, that shit used to be crazy. Let me see. Resting at the crib, looking forward to my new job Monday. Man, that's what it is. Grown man business, man. Yeah, man, enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get your Mardellos in and shit. And I hope your new job ain't got shit to do with hauling them cabinets on your back. Niggas thought I was trying to make fun. I wasn't really trying to make no fun, man. I was trying to point out the fact that my niggas out there working hard than a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And them boys ain't speak that much English, but I went and talked to them and I told them, I say, you got a lot of heart, Migo. I say, you strong, Migo. I say, I hope they paying you good dinero. I hope they paying you good dinero. He said, East. And they had the motherfucking Mexican golds in his mouth. And they had, hey, look, that nigga had 2 diamond earrings, the Mexican gold, and he say, East, and just walked off. Like, that nigga, hey, that nigga ain't understood a motherfucking word I said, but he felt the vibration. He felt my non-spoken word. And then there was another one. I went and told him, man, he was so tiny, man. The nigga was like, he was probably 4 foot with some little ass pants and some little boots on and shit, picking up 2 goddamn cabinets on his back, big old ass cabinet going up them stairs. I say, man, you a grown ass real man. I say, I don't know how old you are. You look young as hell, but you a real motherfucking man. You strong, man, and you got heart. And nigga say, Brino? I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's good, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you. And nigga like, see. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, man, I didn't appreciate that shit. I wasn't trying to make fun of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell nah, them cabinets. Hell yeah, them cabinets was heavy, man. Them niggas was putting them cabinets on their back, bending over in a 80 degree, 70 degree angle, and taking them bitches up 3 flights of stairs. But look what's crazy. I had to park in the street with the trailer. They tore half the fence. They tore like a hole in the fence down so they can get to them. And then they had like a big old ass patch of mud because it had been raining. It was cold. And man, they was tracking that mud up, and man, they had mounds of mud. Just I don't even get it. Like when they took, I didn't see when they was taking the cabinets inside the apartments, but they had to put them inside the apartment. So are you tracking all that mud in there? That's just an operation I just didn't understand. But fortunately, that day was my last day at that job. You know what I'm saying? I told that company that day, I'm cool on it, fool. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it served its purpose for the moment, but it's one of them jobs that they want to lock their people in to be on like this hamster wheel. And I was observing it, like I'm sitting back, like, okay, so you actually leave a nigga in this truck and want a nigga to be in here 14 hours, huh? And that's cool with you. Nigga, I got a whole motherfucking life, kids, this and that, this and that, this and that, businesses. Like, nigga, I parked my truck, like, you know what I'm saying? To stop the expenses, because you know shit was going crazy. But I'm not coming to join this motherfucking Barnum and Bailey circus. Like, these nigga were trying to work a nigga. Like, I told him, one big day a week, I could do that for you, bro. Like, one big day a week, one 14-hour shift, I'll do that for you. But 2 days in a row, one day the fool worked me 2 days in a row, 14-hour shifts damn near. And then the third day, it was about to turn into some shit. I could see it before it came. And I said, say, man, I got this one trailer right here. I'm gonna bring it, to you down here. Then I'll do a little bumping around locally around here. He like, well, I was trying to send you out here for about 4-5 more hours. I say, nah, we ain't doing none of that. He like, what's wrong? I say, man, fatigue. I'm tired. He like, why you so tired? I say, nigga, wouldn't you be tired if you worked 14 hours back to back? Oh, I didn't know you did that. Well, talk to your goddamn people, nigga. I say, matter of fact, I'm finna bring this motherfucking trailer to the yard and I'm going to the house. Nigga like, yeah, man. Go do that, man. Go get you some rest. So I ain't gonna talk down like the company was just some bullshit because they was open to communicate with a nigga and let a nigga express himself the way he did. Now, sometimes I'm not gonna blame it on my lack of education because I have nonverbal skills also, meaning you don't even have to say a word and I could pick up on your body language. So it's trucking, you know what I mean? So it ain't like you gotta be no fucking rocket scientist to convey uh the description of a load and what's all to it. So sometimes I could catch them looking at me as if, maybe I wasn't as intellectual as they thought or whatever. But the thing about it is you don't know me at all. Like I'm all that and then some. I'm not telling you a motherfucking thing by me, but I'm just some DNY showing up to do some trucking. When in reality, you know what I mean? I'm all of the above, bitch. I'm you, him, and them. You know what I mean? Man, let me see what this paragraph is. Same with me on this job. I was on they wanted to work. Let me see, wanted to work too much. And then night shift. Yeah, fuck that shit. I couldn't do it. That's why I started networking for another job. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, do what work for you and your family. Sometimes we're gonna have to sacrifice and be still for a while and do some shit that we really don't want to do. But in reality, man, try to, carve your shots and get the stepping stones that's gonna align with what you got going on with your family. Some people ain't got the nuts to drop their nuts and say, fuck that shit. I'm gonna drop this shit and go find something else or go do something else. Some people just stay complacent and the next thing you know, 10 years then pass, 15 years then pass, their whole life then pass, and they over here doing some shit that they really didn't fucking want to do. That ain't good for most people, especially myself. Like I like a variety of shit. I like to do a variety of shit. And I like to do shit because when I'm not doing shit, I feel stagnant. I feel like life ain't going nowhere. I feel like shit boring. I feel like a nigga just sitting around waiting to die. You know what I mean? I already did that. You know what I mean? I started drinking alcohol, my nigga, at 12 years old. By 13 years old, I drank every day. So by from 13 to damn near 25, 26, nigga, we drank, bullshitted, and did absolutely nothing most of the time every day for 13 damn near up to that until it kicked in. Damn, I'm wasting my life. So once I realized I lost all that time during that stage when we thought we was thugging it and loving it, I despise that shit now. Like I really have to earn the sit down, kick it, chill. I have to really earn that. It'll take me years before I actually do that. You know what I mean? Like when you see me sit down with some niggas, drink, kick it, barbecue, man, it'll have to be 3-4 years pass by before I feel like I really desire to go sit down and do that. I ain't saying that for everybody. It's just we did that every day. Like we did it through ice storms. We did it through summers. We did that shit, my nigga. I remember one ice storm, nigga. We ain't had no power. We ain't had no gas. We ain't had nothing. Nigga, we bought up a bunch of motherfucking rabbits and chicken and pork and all kind of shit. And it was so icy outside. We put the cooler of meat outside with ice and the ice from outside. We had another cooler full of beer and shit. Then we put the beer on the ground in the ice. And nigga, we'll be out there barbecuing. I'm talking about having a good ass time, smoking tree, drinking, barbecuing. It's nothing, nigga. Everybody like, ooh, the ice storm, nigga. We out there getting fucked up, like fuck the ice storm. We was on some nigga shit. Let me see. Never haul pet food That shit's heavy. I had some fucking what I had the other day, nigga. I had a fucking whole load of what the fuck that was, man. I did. I had a whole load of some shit. It was like some fucking uh one day I had some fucking cat food. I had some cat food one day. That was a long time ago. It was some more expensive ass cat food, man. I'm talking about the wrapper for the cat food, nigga. That shit was gold and chrome and black, nigga. That shit looked so good. The wrapper that the cat food came in, I damn near bust that pack open my damn self and start trying to eat some of that shit. But the other day I had some shit. What the fuck did I have? I had some shit I ain't even know. It was some shit that fed some animal. I ain't even know that animal, I don't even remember. Don't let me bullshit you. But yeah, nigga, I had a whole load of cat food one day. That shit was exquisite. I forgot what it was called, nigga. But when I took it home, at the time we had 3 cats, and I took it home to feed it to the cats. I'm thinking, man, I got this expensive ass cat food. This motherfucking cat's gonna love this shit. Nigga, my daughter been feeding them motherfucker cookies and tuna fish and peanut butter and spam and wings. Nigga, I put that motherfucking expensive ass cat escort go down there. I'm thinking, oh, these cats finna turn up. Boy, them cats went by that shit, smelled that shit, and pissed on it. You know what I'm saying? That cat went by that shit, sniffed that shit, turned around and pissed on that shit. I said, damn. I say, fuck it. I'm just get that bitch to a stray cat. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I seen a stray cat and gave it, nigga. I couldn't even put that shit down on the ground, nigga. That stray cat jumped up my motherfucking arm down there, tore that shit off the bone. But yeah, you right, nigga. That motherfucking cat food be heavy than a bitch, but I don't know why I don't remember. Cause I had a 53-foot trailer. It was 2 different fucking animals, some kind of food. But nah, man, that company, they was cool. They had a lot of trash loads. And that's some shit I never like doing because you gotta go scale all the time. That should be heavy. And a nigga would have like actual trash. Like I had a 53-foot trailer with actual trash in that bitch. Garbage. Going to waste management. And then you would have like recyclables, like aluminum, cardboard, all that type of shit. But they had a lot of that shit, so it's either they bid it real low on that shit. Cause I know that shit ain't paying shit. I seen the owner operator over there, and I wanted to ask him, what this trash load paying you, my nigga? But he looking at me in that company truck, he probably thinking, nigga, get your dumb ass away from me, nigga. You don't know nothing. Nigga don't know I done had 2 trucks, sold 1, and still got my other. You know what I mean? Nigga don't know that I voluntarily parked that motherfucker. But I don't feel no kind of way. I don't care what a nigga think or what a nigga know. Long as I know I'm keeping my shit going by the way I need to keep my shit going. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else we got. What y'all niggas on, gang? That's what them niggas be saying. I work in a warehouse. Drivers be flashing. Hunters trying to, let me see, get that load quick. Yeah. A driver, I done that before. But I ain't never, they trying to get loaded or unloaded quick. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I ain't never gave up 100. I've given up 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, I've probably given up about 10, 15, 20, 30. Now I've given like I see a young nigga or something. You know, I just take a liking to the nigga, young, hard working nigga. I go and talk to him, see where his mind is, chunk him $40 or something. I've done shit like that before, but most of the time, I peep out the nigga who in charge, slide that nigga $20. A nigga get them bitches motherfucking unloaded quick as hell. But on the operator shit, you don't even want them hoes loaded quick. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you got a detention that's paying you so well, you'll defeat the purpose. You get loaded quick when they gonna take, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 hours or something. The company I was at least 2 before I went and got that job, they were giving a nigga like $75 an hour after 1 hour. And I'm not saying like I'm actually done with that company because I didn't leave. I didn't leave on bad terms. I explained to them that I sat around and waited for things to get better, and it just didn't. So I got to go. And I'm still in contact with them. Like, they checked on me the other day, like, how's the W-2 life? I'll say, people don't understand me right off. You know what I mean? They say, but once they do, they're going to realize you mean well. And I get it. I might not communicate in corporate America like the average person. And don't get me wrong. A lot of us say we don't know how to Hollywood and we don't know how to fake it. You cannot be the same everywhere you go. I'm myself damn near 95% when I'm at these companies. Because I'm not an awful person. I'm not a vulgar, crazy, dumbass, trashy person anyway. I'm not super neat, but I clean up behind myself. I take pride in the work I do. I have integrity. I own my work if something happened. Like the other day, I hit some shit. I hit a door. Um, it was a door on the side of a trailer, and it was too tight to get off in there. And as I was coming back, my door aligned up with that door and kind of crushed that bitch like a damn aluminum can. But I didn't go say, "Oh, I don't know what happened." Nah, I did that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did that. I lost sight of it. How much it's gonna cost? But then I forgot. You work for a company, you ain't gotta fix that nigga. You know what I mean? I'm still thinking I'm in my truck. I'm like, how much it cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause whatever it costs, shit. Either I'm gonna fix it, y'all gonna put on y'all insurance, and we're gonna keep it moving. It's all about having integrity. I'm not gonna damage your property and act like I don't know who did it. Nah, nigga, I did it. Then they didn't know who did it at first, and they was talking in the office amongst themselves and shit. They're like, these drivers, this and that, this and that. Yeah, one of them just smacked the damn door, this and that, this and that. I bet he's gonna deny it. I bet he's gonna deny it. I say, I'm the one smacked the door. Fuck you talking about, bitch. Fuck, I'm gonna deny, bitch. Bitch, I'm tired. Y'all got this goddamn dock so damn tight. Nigga can't do nothing but back straight off in that bitch. Nigga can't, hey, nigga can't dial it a hold down. Nigga can't do nothing. You gotta back that hold down there and just stay there. And I did a rookie move. What I normally do is I watch my mirrors. And when I watch my mirrors, the reason I know I can go somewhere clearly is I see daylight on each side. But for some reason, I was paying too much attention to my driver's side, and I had plenty of daylight over there. And when I looked at my passenger side, I ain't have no daylight. And I went back a little further. But when I went back a little further, that was a little too much. And so when I pulled out, I'm like, damn, let me see if I damaged my trailer because I heard something crunch. So I pulled out and I'm like, damn, ain't nothing wrong with my trailer. Then I say, if it ain't my trailer, it's the trailer next to me. And I went and looked, and nigga, that bitch was scrunched up like an aluminum can. I say, damn it, boy. Fuck it. Shit like that ain't happened in years. Like, I can honestly tell you, I don't have no dings on my record. I got hit by an 18-wheeler one day on a mountain. It didn't go on my record. And then one day, like 4 in the morning, I was bobtail. I backed out of some shit, and then I had one of them steps where you go up on the truck. That bitch was really like sharp. Nigga, that bitch caught one of the tires of the trailer, the truck next to me, and grooved the fuck out that hoe. You know what I mean? And so the next day, they was like, you know anything about this damaged tire, this and that? We trying to find out who did it. We don't know who did it. I say, yeah, I'm the one did it. They like, wow. They say, you did not have to tell us that. I say, man, I did it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? But that's all I got on my record. I ain't got nothing else. And I ain't even gonna put this door on my record. It's just fuck it. Let the insurance take care of it. Get your funky ass on, nigga. You know what I mean? Then I fuck around and quit. I fuck around and quit like 3 days later. Let me see. Accountability is rare these days. Yeah, man. You know how it is, man. Nobody wanna admit when they fuck up, but we gotta be who we are. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. You know what I mean? Now, if I have to intentionally do something, I'm gonna intentionally do something. But if I make a mistake and do something, I'm a human being. I made a mistake. You know what I mean? What it costs. How can we make it right? How can we get to the solution? We know the problem. I made a mistake. I made a problem. Now, how we get to the solution and clean that up? Because the further you try to, oh, I didn't do it, and now everybody denying it. You know what I mean? Now it's just a stupid ass situation. I just never got down like that. Let me see. We human, man. We gonna make mistakes. We just have to learn and avoid it the next time. Most definitely. And the way you do that, I've learned, when you're fatigued at work, man, in trucking and in handling heavy equipment, you have to be able to express yourself and let people know that goddamn $20 from Brandon Tillery looking good in the bitch. You have to be able to let people know that. Hey man, I appreciate that, Brandon Tillery. If you using heavy equipment, you know what I mean, operating whatever it is, these are dangerous things, dog. Most people don't know, but every day you crank up that equipment and you use it in the way you using it, man. People have lost their lives fucking with this shit. You know what I mean? So count it all joy every day that you could get in that shit, make a living, come home, and everything's safe. You know what I'm saying? But when you tired, when you fatigued, and you using heavy equipment, be it a big truck or forklift or fucking um, crane, whatever it is, when you tired, my nigga, your perception gets fuzzy. You're gonna need to shut that shit down. You know what I mean? You're gonna need to shut that shit down, because once your perception start getting fuzzy, you're prone to make a mistake. And I ain't no snitch or no bitch ass nigga, but I remember a nigga told me one day, he was fuzzy out there on that road. I'm like, man, what's happening with you, my nigga? You good? Nigga say, I'm drunk. Okay. So you a DNY. You dumb nigga, you gonna get drunk and come try to operate it, boy. You better go park this motherfucker and take your funky ass on. That nigga looked at me. I'm drunk. For you to fuck around and cause an accident out here, dog. And them people, hey, when you cause an accident, they want that, they want that sample. They want that sample right then and there. Like if I would have been on the road or something and would have caused that accident, I would have had to piss. They would have took some hair follicles and all kind of shit. But they always gonna be good when they do that with me. Like, nigga, only thing you gonna find in my piss is chocolate. I might eat a little motherfucking chocolate, but that's it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I got bottles of champagne laying around this bit. I probably ain't gonna drink that shit for another 3 weeks. I still got 2 of these motherfuckers. I ain't gonna drink that shit. Cause I don't let it rule me no more. But this goddamn chocolate, I ain't gonna bullshit. This motherfucking chocolate ruling me right now. Nigga, I had a red velvet cookie earlier. Everybody in the house kept passing by that bitch. I say, ooh, they don't want that bitch. Like 3 hours later, I got up, I said, I'm gonna go get that motherfucking red velvet. Nigga, I looked in the kitchen. That bitch was gone, nigga. But I also want y'all to be safe because them damn demons is out. Y'all be safe because them demons is out, my nigga. I seen some the other day. I'm gonna tell you who I'm talking about. Let me read this here. Yeah, that chocolate is a motherfucker. Let me see. Had a homie on an H nod on a let me see. I had a homie in the H nod off, drove a Caterpillar off the bridge. Damn, man, I hate to hear that. He died, huh? Let me see. I worked 72 hours in a week and fell asleep in the motherfucking drive-through. Sir, are you okay? Hell nah. I'm tired. Hey, I'm glad you made it through that shit. Man, that's a long ass time. That's a long ass time, fellas. Yeah, that chocolate is a motherfucker. This is what we gotta look at, folks. There's only about 163 hours in a week. There's only 163 hours in a week. So these jobs want us 40 hours or 50 hours, you know, hopefully they pay overtime and all that type of shit. I'm just learning a lot about the overtime because on the operator side, it ain't none of that. It's just you get paid a huge percentage of the loads and whatnot, and you make a good bit of money if a company have loads and giving you a good rate. Like you damn near make, let's see, in an hour you probably can make $100, $200. 3 hours you can make 400. You know, it just crazy. Like I remember one day, nigga, one day I made like I put this in a rap. I said I wanted to make I think I said I wanted to make like 2,500 or something. I said I wanted to make 2,500 in a day. And so they say, so is if a man think it, so is he. So if a man think it, so is he. So I kept putting it in my mind. Man, I make 2,500 a day, nigga. I just kept saying it. And I remember, nigga, I made like 1,700 in one day. And it wasn't even 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. I was like, boy, if this shit fall the way I want it to fall, I could make that 2,500. But then I started like getting antsy and anxious. So I'm like, nigga, this the most you've ever made in one day off of trucking park that motherfucking truck and live again to see that shit another day. But yeah, it get crazy sometimes, but it also can get to the point where you making McDonald's money. These last few months, nigga, somebody at McDonald's was getting paid more than me. And it was because you're burning the candle on both ends. You making less now because the freight slowed up. They keep dropping the rates. And then your expenses are still high as fuck. So like OG told me, we making hundreds, but we're spending thousands. And it just don't get no vivid. It don't get no more vivid than that. You can't exist like that. And so y'all might not know it, man. That shit wasn't no easy decision. That shit, I had to remove all my pride, put that shit to the side, analyze, you know what I'm saying, what had then took place, and just say, man, fuck that shit. Nigga, I'm going to get a job. Let me see. Nigga, that shit was not easy, man. Let me see. It's a full moon tonight. Goddamn. Yeah, I'm chilling. In my younger days, I did 96 hours. Damn, Zay. Nigga say he did 96 hours in a week. What the fuck? Man, you must have been hauling them cabinets. Hey, Zay bullshitting. Zay was hauling them motherfucking cabinets. That nigga say he did 96 hours. I fell asleep at the wheel and went across 4 lanes on the freeway. Them plastic dots on the road woke me up, man. Good, man. Man, I was like, can't be working like this. It's too dangerous to be tied behind that wheel. Yeah. I remember I was working at this when I was a kid. I was working at this restaurant and I had this little old girlfriend and whatnot. She was like, Friday, we gonna go out, just come to the crib after work. I'm like, I gotta work a double, but I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. So I'm facing blunts at work. I'm drinking 40 ounces of bull at work. So half of the shift, I'm a hardcore motherfucking dishwasher. I'm busting suds like a motherfucker. I'm getting it popping, nigga. And then lunch break, nigga, we smoking blunts, drinking bull, whatever, me and Chester. And so after that, I come back and I help Chester as a fry cook. So I do a double. When I get off, I'm still got my adrenaline going. I'm thinking I'm good. I go to the crib. She like, man, get dressed. We gonna go to the club, this and that. So I roll a motherfucking blunt. I'm like, yeah, let me smoke and then I'm gonna get a shower. And then we gonna, nigga, all I remember is smoking the blunt, passing that motherfucker to her, and then that her waking me up probably like 5 hours later. I say, man, what's up, man? What time we going to the club? She say, baby, we done been to the club and then came back. Fuck you talking. I say, what happened? She say, you passed out. I say, what the fuck? But when we young, we don't recognize how tired we be, man. So nowadays, we mature men, we gotta take care of ourselves, dog. We gotta get out there, man, and be providers, take care of our children, take care of our responsibilities, but at the same time, you gotta take care of you. Because if you can't do that and you ain't around to do that, it won't get done. So don't let these people work your goddamn fingers all the way to the bone, because once that goddamn bone go to showing, all they gonna do is move you out the way and put somebody, man, fuck that shit, nigga. Do it the way you want to do it. You know what I mean? And save your goddamn money, boy. Save your goddamn money. Because I ain't gonna bullshit you. Big Dre mom, what it is. I could not walk around in these jobs the way I do if I was flat, boy. Hey, if I was flat, I'd probably be in that motherfucker. Yeah, so, nigga, I'd be walking around that bitch talking about, no, fuck you talking about, nigga. Like that nigga Max Snoop say, the fuck? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Hey, niggas say some shit I don't like. The fuck? America spending more than they save. Hell yeah, we all are the goddamn it, man. We got to hold it down. Brandon Tillery say 1 year ago, I had a big yellow truck, missed the exit to lay charge. He and Beaumont run me over, broke my face multiple places. I now have a multi-million-dollar loss. Man, it's going down. Love's about to cough it up. Cough it up. I like the way you cough it up. Hey, man, we remember that. But look how crazy it was. Man, this man got in that terrible ass accident. It came trio cast with us probably like a day or two later and shit. Nigga face was all fucked up. Y'all remember that shit? Man, that nigga Brandon Tillery got in that terrible ass accident and was trio casting with us sitting on the front porch and shit. I'm talking about that nigga face was fucked up, dip all fucked up. I was like, man, don't talk, my nigga. Like, man, get off the computer. Man, get off the computer. You fucked up. Hey, boy, Love's finna cough it up. Love's got that motherfucking paper, fool. Love's got that paper, fool. You gonna be good. They can't do nothing but cough that shit up. Them motherfuckers charge so much, man. And they slow as hell. I hate going over there. Them hoes charge high as hell and they slow as hell. But you finna get that motherfucking payday. Hey, don't y'all be trying to be Brandon Tillery new friend and shit. Don't y'all try to be my nigga new friend. Don't try to be our friend. Hey, don't try to be our friend now. Let me see. Have you ever had one of those Bubba Buick Roadmasters? Man, I had two of them hoes, but I didn't have them. I didn't have them as personal cars. I love them bitches, but I had them because I knew niggas love to buy them. I had a maroon one, and I had a navy blue one with the gray panel. Had the little stripe and it had the little gray panel at the bottom and shit. So I had two of them big long motherfuckers, and I bought a damn station wagon, a Buick station wagon with the wood all on that bitch right after that. Because I don't know, man, niggas was in love with them cars. And what I realized was I was so stuck in a personal lane on a Cadillac Fleetwood. I didn't think it was no other car that out there floated like that. Nigga, I got in that goddamn Roadmaster. Nigga, that bitch was, them motherfucking shocks, them goddamn seats was comfortable. I say, damn it, boy. I've been running around here talking about Cadillac. Nigga, this motherfucking Buick comfortable than a bitch. But yeah, that's some badass whips. Even that big ass station wagon I had, it was a Buick something. That big bitch, hey, we must have got that bitch from motherfucking the Partridge Family or something, because nigga, that bitch was like brand new on the inside. That bitch was clean as hell. And look, nigga, we had the car lot in that bitch. My niggas from Beaumont came, the heavyweighters, some niggas named the heavyweighters clique. We was at DMD studio. And we used to have this thing before we go to DMD studio. RIP to Jay Will. If he wasn't with us and shit, he would come later. But we would go to JJ's Chicken and get the salt and pepper chicken wings. We go to the liquor store and get a big bottle of liquor. Then we go to the beer store and get a bunch of 40s and go to the motherfucking studio and just kick it and make records. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was a different day and time. Jay Will had did a little deal with me and let me know anytime I wanted to go in the studio and shake the rust off, I could do that. So he liked to go late at night, you know what I mean? And I just started going in that bitch damn near every night or 3-4 times a night. And that's how we was coming up with them songs like How You Like Me Now featuring Big Smoke and Mitch and my nigga Superb Herb. I ain't trying to put Mitch business out there, but I got to tell y'all about that. Let me see. They made Roadmaster wagons. It probably was a fucking wagon because it had all that. I don't know if that was it. It probably was. It was Now I know which one you talking about. Nah, it wasn't that one. The one I had was the square one. The one you talking about still was kind of aerodynamic like the actual Roadmaster. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I like them hoes. I never had one of those. But look, we in the studio, and my nigga Superb Herb there, R.I.P. and Big Smoke and Mitch there. He like, what you working on tonight? I'm like, I got this, this, and this. I'm like, I really want you on this one and this one. You know what I'm saying? He like, I get on this one. So me, Herb, Mitch, and a dude named Rob. I never met Rob before. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, he was a peculiar looking dude. Like I used to see him in my city, but I ain't never really chop it up with him. So I was like, he could get on the track, but I had never heard him before. So I was like kind of reluctant. I was thinking, if he get on the track and he suck, I'm gonna take him off. You know what I mean? And so Big Mitch, he was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He was smoking a little bit, he was drinking a little bit, you know, doing some other shit, pop the X pill or some shit. And he was taking a little second writing the verse. I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? Come on. And then when he finally hit that bitch, that nigga say X then kicked in. That nigga start wrecking that bitch. I say, damn, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I really thought he was too full. I thought he wasn't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? But there I go, not knowing no better, and Mitch dropped a classic ass verse that day. And so here it is again. I'm judging a book by its cover. I'm thinking that the homie, you know what I'm saying, who asked, you know, could he also get on the track? I'm thinking he about to suck. That nigga went in that bitch and wrecked harder than me on that motherfucker. I was blown away. I'm like, damn, nigga, I ain't know you go like that, nigga. Who you with? You know what I mean? Nigga, you want to get on some more? I was that type nigga, dog. I was really giving. I was sharing. Uh any artist that walked in Hiroshima at that time, we'd do a record. You know what I mean? I remember it was like 5, 6 niggas walked in. And I'm like, man, look, we doing this record right here. Y'all want to get on it? And damn near everybody wrote a verse and got on that bitch. I was just trying to really show niggas that, nigga, I want us all to be seen and heard. You know what I mean? It ain't about just me. It ain't about just this or that. Nigga, y'all want to come. I'm finna take this journey. I'm finna go. Y'all, if y'all want to be heard, you know, get on, fuck with a nigga. And that's what I did. In the community will tell you, like, I was like, I seen, and it was a reason I did that. Let me read this. You were floating in that Roadmaster. Hell yeah, that Roadmaster was a comfortable motherfucker. Let me see. I put a cup of coffee on the floor in a Roadmaster on the highway. Man, he said that bitch did move. So look, this is what I seen early in the game, right? So when I got back cracking, I was pretty much like a neutral nigga in the city. It wasn't like I couldn't go to the east or couldn't go to the west. I could pretty much go everywhere. I never limited myself. Like I knew niggas from everywhere. So when I started back, I would go to niggas studios and shit. And hey, what's up? Y'all want to do a record? You know what I'm saying? Just go and show them, hey man, I'm back in the game. What's up? What's up? And a lot of dudes was closet rappers, meaning like they were recording a bunch of shit, but none of that shit would see the light of day because they couldn't stand the judgment from others. Um, they couldn't stand to be rejected or embarrassed, so they didn't even put their music out. And I knew like handfuls of dudes like this, and so I would go to different niggas' camps. And one thing I noticed, I'd be like, why you ain't got a record with such and such now? Oh man, fuck them niggas, man. This and that, this man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, okay. So you niggas is alienating y'all selves from each other, don't want to fuck with each other, and ain't nobody nowhere, but y'all don't want to come together and fuck with each other. I said, okay, that's one of the things I'm not gonna do. And so I put it in my mind, like once I start really, really mixing and mingling with the who's who, I'm definitely not on that type of shit. And so that's how I wound up getting like a lot of songs with a lot of local artists from PA early on because I was opening up the doors like, hey man, you welcome. If you know you spit, come on, come fuck with me. You know what I mean? That's why if you hear like the Triangle, you hear that CD I told you I gave away a whole bunch early in the game, you hear multiple people on them records. And that was just because I was just like, hey, come fuck with it. What's up? DMD. We at DMD studio. I'm like, man, when you coming through, you know what I'm saying? It felt weird. But that's either here or there. You know what I mean? Let me see. I want a 94 Impala and throw real ones. Yeah, yeah. That nigga Pimp had a I think Pimp had a 94. Yeah, I think Pimp had Pimp either had a 94 or a 96. Matter of fact, he had a 96 gold Impala that he was getting refurbished. He was they call that when you rehab a car, restore. He was getting that car restored. Matter of fact, we took 2 cars at the same time to Millionaire and them fly rides. We took the 96 Impala with the stick on the float. Yeah, we took the 96 Impala and we took the Black Navigator. They was gonna restore both of them cars for Pimp. Pimp wound up dying in the process. So I don't even remember how far they had got with those cars. I think they only had then stripped them both down. You know what I mean? Last time I went to fly rides and shit, I think I remember seeing the cars completely stripped the fuck down, like looking like the Terminator. You know what I mean? It wasn't much going on yet. It was a lot because they had took everything down off that bitch down to the frame. But I think he wound up passing away while they was in that process. Man, these bitches still shooting around this whole like it's 4th of July. Is it a fucking holiday? These hoes been shooting down there all night long. But look, man, I ain't gonna sit here and hold y'all all motherfucking day. I'm finna go get my bald ass head rubbed on and shit. You know what I mean? Rub my motherfucking head, make me feel good. You know what I mean? But to say, man, it's always good to come through with y'all because I'm cool with y'all, man. It's your boy, Hezeleo. We got the new I Know You See Me t-shirts in, you know what I'm saying? We back with the royal blue. Go ahead and get you one while they in stock. We still got the Pimp C Forever t-shirts and the old school one and the new school ones. We just got all kind of variations, man. We got all the hats, man. Say, man, fool with me because you're cool with me, man. I'm pretty sure you know what to do with me, man. You know what I'm saying? And hit me on Instagram, man. Don't be afraid to come in my inbox on Instagram and say, hey, man, I saw you on YouTube, man. I want to know how I get one of them motherfucking shirts, how I get one of them motherfucking hoodies, trio hats, shit, whatever it is, man. Fuck with your boy, man. It's your boy, Hezeleo. If y'all stay a little longer, man, I'm going to put one of these motherfucking records on.
Cause one of these days I got to come up and grip wood wheel in a blue DeVille. Candy paint, pop, trunk, dip, wheeling the grill. Reputation, take a Lexus, still showing my hide. With that perk in my guard and your house in my ride. It's a vision right now, but it's gonna come soon. I've been dreaming about slabs jumping over the moon. So I've been saving my paper to get my little makeup. Every dollar I stack, I pray for more when I wake up. Can you imagine coming down with the sun so bright? You ever seen foes poke in the broad daylight? Summertime, I'm gon' shine, pulling up on boys. Red line, brandy wine in my candy toy. She wanna my car, she don't know who I am. She don't care who we are, no, she don't give a damn.
All my life, I wanted a candy car.
No, I'm talking about
my whole life, that's been a player's joy. All my life, wanted a candy car. A candy coated, candy still gripping wood.
crawling down slow, all eyes on me. Chunk of dukes to a hater, long live Pimp C. UGK for life, that's been my motto. We used to swing candy, red drop, El Dorado. I'm a gut weight boulevard, fed on these boppers. On posters with the poppers, no jackets to stop us. Pop Trump, read my lights. Middle finger held high with all my might. I waited all my life just to see the day that we can come down, slab at MLK parade. On foes with the foes, yeah, I'm on my toes. Fresh scent, Bar 9 on my trail ass clothes. Red line, brandy wine, that's that candy apple. Blue line gon' shine, fifth wheel on the backer. Green line coming through like the Green Bay Packers. Different colors in this thing, we bring it back to Capitol.
All my life I wanted a feel with all. My whole life that's been a player's joy. All my life wanted a candy toy. Still gripping wood. I'm talking about a candy toy. I'm talking about a candy car that's been a player's joy, a player's joy.
Yeah, Billy Cook.